Hey everyone, it's Vail Shot back at it with another Waking Chaos Era video, and as you saw from our intro, thank you to Josh R for the suggestion on adding a 6-star value column to the tier list. So today I'm going to be introducing that and updating my tier list, and also I wanted to mention that I'm going to be starting a 24-hour stream as soon as this video goes live. So if you want to check it out, it's in the description down below, and I'll leave it in the pinned comments. My internet went down yesterday, so I decided to do a 24-hour stream to make it up. And that will be that. Also, look at our cat. It is freaking out over there. But let's go ahead and jump over to the tier list and explain everything about the 6-star value and how I kind of got my numbers that I did. So here we are at the spreadsheet, and this is my updated tier list. For those of you that have not seen my previous videos, this spreadsheet is in every single one of my videos in the description down below. It's called My Spreadsheet. You're going to go ahead and click on that. And then in the bottom left, there's going to be a bunch of tabs, and you can click on the updated tier list, and you'll see the 6-star value on the far right column. Now, I did want to mention a couple things before we jump into the value, and that is the first thing is this is a tier list. Tier lists are subjective. Even the 6-star value is subjective. Everything is subjective here. It is an informed opinion, but it is an opinion at the end of the day. So, take with that what you will. Now, there's a couple things that go into the criteria of evaluating how valuable a character is at 6 stars. And I'm going to go through a couple of them before we jump into some characters specifically. The first one is how much damage are they dealing, and are they a damage dealer? And so like Cyrus, Antinua, Ciara, those types of characters are going to get inherently more valuable because their whole purpose is to deal damage, and 6-starring them gives them more attack so they can deal more damage. The second criteria is, are they a character with stat scaling abilities? And what I mean by that is, are they a Hakron? Are they a Blackhorn? Do they get more value out of their abilities if they are specifically increasing their stats? So Blackhorn heals off max HP. Hakron, shares his defense with everyone. Those are important because with a 6-star, you get more base stats, and therefore your abilities are more valuable. And then the third one is, what role are they fulfilling, and does 6-starring them help them achieve the role that they are in? So, for example, if you're 6-starring William, is William dying, and then 6-starring him would allow you to apply that counterattack more often, would allow you to get that defense down more often, would allow you to get those joint attacks more often, or does 6-starring him not do anything? And then the last one is versatility of a character. What areas of the game are you using them in? Essentially, if you put resources in them for a 6-star, are you going to be able to use them for a long period of time, or are they just a temporary 6-star in order for you to kind of progress to the next stage? Either are valuable, but obviously more versatile means more valuable. Now, let's go ahead and jump into a couple of characters and why I've rated them so highly or so lowly as I did. Obviously, if you disagree with any of these picks, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I will reevaluate, some of the characters that you all mentioned. So, first things first is Blackhorn, who's at a 9. You could argue that he's actually at a 10, and the reason for this is he heals based off his own max HP. So the more max HP you have, the more valuable he's going to be. And then we have Cyrus, who's at a 10. She recently got a buff, which was kind of surprising and a little insane because I thought she was already an excellent character. And she just does an insane amount of damage, also becomes an AoE damage dealer, and gives herself ability immunity. Amazing character, and she definitely earned a 6-star spot at a 10. One that might be surprising that I really quickly wanted to mention was Gangelo, who's at a 9. And the reason for this is he doesn't actually get anything from his 6-star in regards to damage or like his base abilities. The thing that he gets from a 6-star is just defensive stats, so he's more survivable. And the reason why he's great at a 6-star is because he's so versatile. He's, in my pick, for the hands down the best PvE legendary in the game. I've used him for Tulpa speedruns, Ashe speedruns, Queen speedruns, Witch, and Gemini speedruns. All the end game comps and also some of the earlier game comps involve Gangelo. He's used in Void Tower. He can be used in Endless Trials. He's not so good for campaign, but that's the only PvE game mode where I say, he's, subpar. Every other game mode, he's top tier, which is absolutely crazy. And so his pure versatility and amazing, kit, you kind of want him to be 6-star because some of the speed comps you cannot run without him at 6-star because he will just die. So he's an amazing 6-star and definitely worth it for those of you that are starting out your Queen comps. Maybe Gangelo is dying, an initial 6-star, you'll never regret it because he's going to be used everywhere. Other ones that I really quickly wanted to mention in the legendary category is Darken Klaus. He's an arena character, so you kind of need him at 6 stars in order for him to be valuable. He's also used in some Void Tower stages from my experience. EFD's at a 5, Evelyn Firston, so that, you don't really get anything out of her being 6 star. She does the same thing, but she's not super squishy, so you don't need her at a 6 star. And that's pretty much it for the legendaries. Let's go ahead and move on to the epics. Also, I have been putting up the portraits for each of these characters because I know some people suggested it. Let me know in the comments if that's helpful or not, because I'll keep doing it if it is. If it's not, then I won't do it. But the first one up is William, who is one of my highest rated characters on this list. I actually think he's the highest rated character on the list, but he's got a 4 for the 6 star value. Now, this 6 star value column doesn't impact their overall value, but he's got a 4 here. And the reason for that is he does exactly what you want him to do at 6 stars as he is at 5 stars or 4 stars even. The only thing you want a 6 star him for is tankier stats. But the areas that you're going to use him, he actually doesn't need to survive in some of those areas. So like I've used William in combination with Gangelo in some of those speed comps, and William can die and we could still win the battle, which is really interesting because William only needs to put up that counterattack in those comps, and then he's good to go and you don't need him anymore. So definitely not super great at a 6 star, but that being said, you could definitely 6 star him and you'll be using him everywhere. So it may make him easier to gear. So it's not terrible, but definitely not someone I would 6 star initially. Another one that might be a little surprising is Kyle is at a 2. He's an amazing arena character, but because what he does is copy the enemy's abilities, you're going to be copying, the EFDs, the Celestial Canes, the characters like that. And so you don't really care about him being tankier or dealing more damage. You're just going to be using those really key abilities, and then he's just going to die off, and that's it. So you don't need him at 6 stars. And then one more person at epic rating that's really low is Winstrex. I have her at 5 stars, and I think it's absolutely worth it to take her to 5 stars. But at 5 stars, just stop, because all you're going to be using her for is the ultimate reset and the speed up. So you're not going to be using any damage with her or anything like that. So you don't need her at 6 stars, and she oftentimes will just get the speed up, and if she dies, it doesn't really matter. So you don't need her at 6 stars. And then we have a couple of elites I wanted to go over, and the first one is Connor, who's at an 8. Real briefly, he gets extra heals and shields from his abilities at higher attack ratings. That's why he's great at 6 stars. Charles is at a 10. He does more damage at 6 stars because he does damage based on defense, and of course gets more shields, and he's a key Void Tower character, and you need higher stats to complete Void Tower, so he's an amazing 6 star there. And the last character I wanted to mention is Rog down here. Now I realized that the ratings were a little off. I don't know why they were so low down there, but I fixed them because he's an absolute monster for Void Tower and monster for Queen, especially for initial Queen comps, and Void Tower clearing through all of hard. I've seen people do it. Thank you, Butness. And he's just an absolute monster, and I highly recommend those of you that are building initial Queen comps, use Rog instead of Valuk. He will be more useful in the long run, and he's just an amazing character. So definitely worth shouting out as a 6 star candidate. Now, that pretty much wraps up the list here. Again, I'm going to be doing that 24-hour stream as soon as this video goes live. And also on top of that, I hope that this was helpful for you all. And if you are enjoying these videos, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you